It's a reality show Guilty Pleasure, and Miss Tina reveals Jay-Z might not have been Beyonce's first choice.
Plus, if you like to have a mop and a broom in your hand, you might be the man for Tiffany Haddish.
Ooh. I'm ready to pour out all the tea now.
Okay. Welcome to Side Dish.
The world is yours.
Yum, yum, eat 'em up. Yo, listen, y'all, here at Side Dish, we're more than an appetizer when it comes to pop culture and fun. We are the whole damn meal.
That's right. And joining us again, she's the host of Love, Lex P, co-host of Travel Queens on BET, and she keeps it raw and uncut every Friday on the Poor Minds podcast. Lex P is here.
Woo!
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yo, thanks for pulling up. And like, we all got the blue memo.
I know.
Right, got it.
We didn't even plan this out.
Looking like a team up
You know what
here.
I'm saying?
It was the dolphin communication skills that we practiced since yesterday.
I felt it. I did.
Yeah, let's see if we can pass that on to the audience. Send those beams. All right, now it's time for Feed Me. Now, we have another example of when going hard in the gym goes wrong. Now, let's just say this guy folded like origami.
Oh,
and
no.
pay attention to the woman in the background.
Oh, no.
I'm nervous.
Ooh! Whoa! He was like the full body version of erectile dysfunction.
Yeah. I mean, this never happens.
His whole body went limp.
I was actually impressed first. It was given like a Sierra Matrix move.
Yeah.
Like, he was pretty flexible.
Yeah.
I wonder if he had wrist wraps. You know, sometimes when you're lifting really heavy weight, you got these wraps, and they go
Yeah.
around your hand, and then you wrap them up a couple times, so you're like locked in on the bar.
So the circulation?
Well, not circulation, but it wouldn't drop out of his hands. You know?
Oh,
So like when he's starting to go out, he's still being pulled forward by the bar rather than just dropping it.
He should have let go when that first little shake happened. He knew what was going to happen. Just let it go.
Hey, no, I'm counting down the seconds until people start making this a dance challenge. Like, the young limber people who got all their
I was
vertebrae used.
surprised how far he went back because he was still, you know what I'm saying, sturdy up there.
Yeah, evidently he did pass out, but he also lifted that weight. That's 500 pounds. Good for you, sir.
Okay, we gonna give him
Yeah,
his
at the end of the day, like, you just gotta go down.
We're just
Man,
gonna
he
start
fell
it
back
over
so
real
hard, we just started the show. Like, when you go to the gym, what is your go-to, like, exercise? You a leg, you a chest person?
I'll walk on the treadmill and look cute.
Okay.
That's all I got to do. As long as I'm moving around, I'm not doing that. I'm not that flexible.
Okay.
You know?
Are you going to the treadmill with a full beat?
No, now I'm not that bad.
Okay.
At least I have my wig. I leave my wig at home.
Right.
So I have my little turban on so I can sweat. But I just like to do a little treadmill. I may do, what's the little leg extension?
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I keep it real cute. I'm not doing no Matrix dance move in the gym. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, usually no one wants to do that move, and if it happens to you, you're probably a couple days closer to death.
Right. I feel like there's so many machines in the gym though, and people try to do things that you don't usually do. He don't usually do that. If he did usually do that, he would know that was too much weight for him.
He was pushing it. He was definitely trying to do more weight than he should have been doing. Because I feel like he's probably done less. Because his form
Look,
is
them
good.
knees! Them knees!
But that's not.
He should have let it go right here.
See, this is when it gets weird. Is when he's paused at the top. Like he's passing out right here.
Maybe that chain he was wearing was too heavy.
Yo, that could have been the difference.
You know?
I think
Who's
his
that
hands
wobble?
That little ounces.
Okay, Michelle Obama, the forever First Lady, had Taraji P. Henson on her In My Opinion podcast, and the topic was unscripted TV, and surprisingly, the ladies love watching this specific reality show.
What's your favorite franchise?
My favorite one, kind of.
You watch a little bit of all of
I
them?
watch a little bit of
So do
all.
I, girl.
Love and hip hop. I watch. Oh, I do too.
Oh, my God, I'm so happy. Mama D? Oh, child.
Yes,
Oh,
I love it because I know a Mama
Scrappy
D.
and them?
Everybody knows a Mama D.
They sure
right?
do.
If you don't have one in your family, you got a
Then
Mama
you
D.
lying. You are
Exactly.
lying. You're just not
Come on
recognizing
now.
Mama D.
I have a Mama D in my family. I ain't gonna say who. But
Taraji got
I
so
tell
excited
my
about that, she
husband,
started
I was
crying.
like, you watch both?
right.
I watch unscripted.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Fair
it
trade-off.
brings me I don't know. It
peace.
just settles me down.
And you get to talk, and I guess the blackness in us, the call and response, like,
Oh, because we
girl,
were. I would have said.
I would have.
Right.
I would have, should have. If that was me, no. Like,
Listen
talking
to
to
it while
the
I'm
TV.
taking my makeup off. You're like, girl, oh, I would have. I swear to God. Let me be at that dinner.
Exactly.
That's a good badge of honor if you're Mama D to know that, like, you know
Michelle
what I'm
Obama and
floaters.
Taraji know who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I also feel, I'm glad that they said that because everybody likes to be like, oh, I don't gossip. I don't like trash TV. We all like a little gossip and trash TV. So if Michelle Obama can watch a little, ratchet TV, we all can.
Yeah, I think that proves that she's just like most of us.
Yeah.
But I will say that I'm starting to feel like she has an unfair advantage as a podcaster because who's telling Michelle Obama no?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I want you to come on my podcast. Nah, fam.
Right.
Yeah. Next thing you know, your Netflix login don't work.
Like-
you know what I'm saying? Just weird things just start happening in your life because you told the former first lady no.
Like realistically, granted, she's not Oprah, but she's not that far off.
Right.
Really.
And then you don't want to say the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and offend her, or she might not laugh. It's like, ooh.
Like Taraji P. Henson has been famous for a very long time and had all the success in the world, but when she found out her and Michelle Obama watched the same, she was like, oh my God.
Right. Because imagine if Michelle would have looked at her like, well, who is that?
Oh,
Who is
yeah.
Mama D?
Yeah.
That would have been embarrassing.
If she was just like, I actually watch documentaries
right.
all the time. I don't watch Love and Hip. Love and what?
Now, Miss Obama, have Mama D on the show. Just
Right?
to prove it's real.
Come on.
Do you realize how crazy
Now let's see if you really watch it, or was she just trying to make Taraji comfortable?
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Kind of like how when Hillary went to the Breakfast Club, it was like, I got hot sauce in my bag.
Yes.
And
Let's
we know
see
you don't keep
if
hot
you
sauce in
really
your bag.
watch Love and Hip Hop. Invite Mama D on there. Let's see.
What if Michelle Obama's podcast just became Ratchet Reality Stars?
I would like it.
That'd
She
be
can do
something
whatever
else,
she wants.
wouldn't it?
They ain't in the White House no more.
Who would you throw on the show?
Ooh, with Michelle Obama?
Yeah.
Ooh, I would want somebody like, well, she's not in reality TV, but it would have to be like a Sukiana.
That's what I'm thinking.
okay. All right.
Somebody that'll really throw it left. You know what I'm saying? Just to see what kind of conversations they can conjure up together.
What do you think her and Tokyo Tony would talk about?
Ooh, you know what? I think they could have good conversation about men. You know, she's married. Tokyo Tony has been married. They both have children. You know what I'm saying? I think they were I think a lot of people have things in common more than we think that they do.
That's true.
You
You're
know what I'm
absolutely
saying?
right about
What
that.
about a Jocelyn Hernandez or Krishan Rock?
You know
Krishan.
what? She would probably give Krishan some good advice. I think them tattoos might throw her off a little bit, so they would have to get, a little good concealer.
Okay.
For my girl, but I could see that.
You think she would go to the show with the tooth or without the tooth?
I think she needs to go toothless.
Oh, wow.
Be your authentic self.
Be your full
Man,
authentic
I'm
self.
telling you, if they would have let me in here without my wig, I would have done that.
we would have allowed it.
You can rock it that way, Lex P. However
Ellis
you want.
Island, come as you are.
Yeah.
Tiffany Haddish was on Jenna and Friends, and she told Jenna the type of man she wants, and she like a man with a broom or a vacuum in his hands. Check it out.
I want a man that cleans. I want a man that cooks, a man that cleans, a man that pays all of my things.
So you don't mind a vacuuming at 6 a.m.?
I don't mind the vacuuming at 6 a.m. I sleep so hard anyways. It's cool.
You put on your earpods?
Yeah, I put on my AirPods. I listen to some meditative music, let him vacuum. Actually, I might wake up and just watch him do it. It's something about watching a man clean that is so attractive to me.
Yeah, you know what?
Ooh.
You're not wrong, and I agree with you. I thought at 6 would be a little early, but you're right.
No.
If my husband was up there vacuuming something,
I would be like, oh, you coming back to bed at 7:45.
clean for an hour,
Yeah, I got
45?
something else he can clean.
And she'll show you her vacuum skills.
Hey.
Do y'all clean up?
Yeah.
Are y'all very clean? On a
Pretty-
scale of 1 to 10?
8.
8. What about you?
Okay, all right, hold on.
Okay.
See, I got two versions. And when I know someone's coming over or the weekend's coming and I anticipate a visitor, then I get it up into like 9 and 10 territory.
Okay.
But I will live between a 6.5 and a 7.
Okay, that's not bad.
Okay,
Because
all right.
usually men be 1s now.
Oh,
Y'all usually be 1s.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
So in your field work, right? You know, like in the dating scene and whatnot. Because
Your field work.
Because you guys, as you said, are not as good. Like we don't baseboards. We ain't cleaning.
Yeah,
those.
y'all don't clean. I know if somebody is clean because you got to look behind that toilet.
Okay,
you know,
come
the
on now,
crevices
Lex,
behind
don't-
Yeah.
why are we going back
That's
there?
how I know if you're clean or not.
Well, who's
and if
going
you
back
just did
there?
a weekend clean. I know the difference between a real clean and one that's not.
So what is the worst crime scene you've seen in a dude's house?
To me, I hate it when, like, obviously, if you have, like, liquor. You remember how the guys used to put the liquor bottles above the fridge?
That's college.
It's not
Throw
really
it
used to.
away.
Yeah.
Throw it away. Throw stuff. Take out the trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, take out the bathroom
Well,
trash.
are the bottles empty or full?
Empty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're using it for decor.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's
You
like
know what I'm saying?
okay. The ghost of alcohol's
Yes,
passed.
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. You have to clean your baseboards. You have to get behind the toilet.
We cannot be having liquor bottle decor.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you'll get excited for a second.
And you know what I'm saying? You got lawn chairs for the dining
When I
table.
was in college, they used to get bougie with it, and they would take highlighters, and you'd open a highlighter, and you put a little bit of water in the liquor bottle.
Ooh.
Then you drop the highlighter in there and shake it all around, like the spongy part on the inside of the highlighter.
I know that's
Then you'd
right.
get that out, and you turn on the black light, and they would glow.
Oh, wait.
Take that, Mr. Wizard. He ain't never told you that. Do you think
Yeah.
Common used to clean?
You
when
know
they were
what?
together?
His head is really shiny. He gives me Mr. Clean.
Give him Mr. Clean energy.
So I'm going to say he did. I'm going to say he did. He gives Mr. Clean vibes.
Who's more cleaner between light-skinned dudes and darker-skinned dudes?
You know what? All men are dirty.
Okay,
So we're not gonna do that. All
right.
y'all be dirty.
I was trying to start a little war.
You know what I'm saying?
Trying to,
You know, we're
get the
not
fight
doing
going.
that. All y'all just a mess, okay?
In my head, light-skinned dudes fold better.
You know what? It depends. Do we have green eyes or not?
Oh,
Because you know, if you got green eyes, you real.
You doing a gap fold without that little
You got an
plate that
apron
go
on.
in the middle.
You got an apron on. You know what I'm saying? Okay, rapper Big X the Plug made his TV debut on Jimmy Kimmel, and he brought Jimmy a gift that was worth $100,000. Check it out.
Wow. My jewel out of ice. Yeah, you got Texas. Oh, that's very nice of you. Wow, thank you. I appreciate it. Should I put it on? I mean, thank you. Wow. Isn't that something? I feel like a princess.
It's like a prince.
You ready?
That's a big change.
all right.
Well, Jimmy wore his new chain on the show as he introduced Big X, and let me say this. I just interviewed Big X the Plug at Dreamville. Didn't bring me earring.
No, it's
Didn't
not
get
a
a
one.
toe ring. Didn't get nothing.
Well, I heard we got a video of him actually rocking the chain. Let me see it real quick.
It looks good.
All right.
Should I put it on? I mean,
Yeah.
Man, that kid doing a thing for Texas, though.
All
man. Shout out to
right.
him.
Yeah.
So not an earring, not a nothing?
Not an earring, not a nothing. Big X, where my chain at? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I was just about to tell our team to book him just to see what kind of
I'm
gifts
telling
he could
you.
get.
We didn't bring him up on side dish.
Do y'all think Jimmy is gonna continue to wear the chain though?
Absolutely not, but it'd be cool if he did.
You never know though, because Jimmy gets into some random stuff. Like I believe one time, didn't he accompany? Was it Canelo to the ring, or who's the fighter that Jimmy was a hype man for coming up to the fight?
Okay, but that would be a good atmosphere.
That would
for him
be
to- yeah.
right. A time for him to bust out the chain.
Yeah,
But-
maybe he might be in a scenario.
Because
where
I
he
don't
can
want him
wear
to
it.
be, and I can't think of the word at the moment, but don't bring just the chain out when you got your rap guest coming
Yeah.
on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Yeah,
I'm down.
Don't patronize me. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yes.
Oh, Birdman's coming. Let me go.
Oh, hello, Birdman. Look at this. Big X gave it to me. It's Texas.
And then, like, enough time go by. Oh, yeah, Malcolm X gave me this chain.
yeah.
Malcolm
Oh,
X the
no,
plug.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
DMX the plug. gave me this
DMX
chain.
the plug.
But I think it was a good, power move for Big X because now he feels like they got a relationship. So every time he drops a new single, he can be like, Jimmy, remember I gave you that chain?
For sure.
And you know what I'm saying?
And this is going to help with his bookings because I feel like every other show that hasn't booked him yet could be like,
Yeah.
let me see what we're going to get out of Big Homie.
It's also just like, look, we're here talking about it. It is like unique for Jimmy and everything. It kind of like brings a little shine to Big X.
Yeah.
I think it's smart. I think stuff like that is smart, you know?
But it's crazy how, like, accessories change the swag of a human being. If you could throw Jimmy Kimmel back up again real quick. When they added that chain to his neck,
It changed the whole outfit.
It looked like the
all
dude
his
Tamar used to
swag.
date.
Okay, hold up, Lex P. Can all men rock a chain like that?
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. They can, but
See, now-
I
now
like
he's
very
J.R. Law.
dainty stuff.
You like dainty jewelry on a
Even
man?
on men, I don't like the big flashy, big change. I don't like that.
Something
I like
modest.
I like a plain Jane watch on a man. I don't like the bust downs. I don't like none of that. I think that's for like the younger. You know what I'm saying? I'm 35. I ain't young, so I like for the men to have, you know, just a nice watch,
It's just a little classier.
a little classier. You know, I don't knock it, but it's not for me.
imagine you go to your doctor's office, man. You take
You
his
know
chain.
what I'm
He's got the one thing here, and he's like,
yeah,
hilarious.
It's like, yo, your medallion hit my kidney.
Yeah.
Right,
I'm
but it was
over
good marketing. $100,000 well spent.
Well
they would
done,
have spent
man.
that on some other stuff for marketing, so it
for
worked.
sure.
Well, let's talk about Miss Tina Knowles. She's spilling some tea in her new memoir, Matriarch. She shared that in her early 2000s when Bey and Jay were just friends. Beyonce was already dating somebody in the industry, but as her and Jay got closer and they started to date, Beyonce was confused on who to pursue a relationship with and came to her mom for advice. Well, Miss Tina said, well, who you like the most? I mean, who do you enjoy talking more to? It was Jay.
Who could it have been?
I know, that's what I want to know.
Right?
Because I know she had that long time, like
That high school
boyfriend.
Yeah, we
Friend.
know who that is.
I feel
but
so
they
bad for that
said
man.
He was in the industry though, so I want to know who it was because they've been silent.
Wasn't there a boy band kid who was kind of running his lips like around the
Marcus Houston. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, Marcus Houston. Because they used to all be around each other.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But I don't know. But, you know, Mama knows best.
I think Beyonce might have been too old for Marcus Houston.
Ooh, shade tea.
Because,
But you're right.
I mean,
You're
he
very,
married an
very
embryo.
right. He did. Embryo. It's so weak.
It's also interesting to think about. I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to get in trouble here, but the Jay-Z Beyonce timeline, there is a point in time in which it's a little like, yeah.
Oh, and come and find out, Marcus Houston and Beyonce are the same age.
So you're right. She was too old for him.
Way too old.
Way too old. That wasn't up his alley. He was
Stay
right.
home,
he was
Roger.
right.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, we love Jay-Z and Beyonce. They have turned their relationship into an empire. They have a beautiful family. You know, I lived in Houston for 10 years. I'm a Texas girl. I'm from Texas, so I'm a little biased. So Beyonce can do no wrong in my eyes. Neither can Miss Tina. So good advice.
So being a Houstonian, how many times have you seen Beyonce in the wild?
You know what? I have never seen Beyonce in the wild, but I have seen Solange in the wild.
Okay.
I've seen her in the Galleria, and then one time I was at this party at this club they used to have called the Underground, and she was DJing. And when I tell you, some people just have aura, and it was like Solange was just gliding and glowing. I was like, oh my God, she's gorgeous. So shout out to my Texas girls.
There we go.
Okay, one time for the Big X and Tex, all right?
X and
Well, when we
Tex.
come back, Gabrielle Union catches some wig shade. DDG is living paycheck to paycheck. And did Kim try to recruit Kanye's wife for scams? We got more side dish in 2 minutes.
Well, on Fox Face Off, we tell the raw, unadulterated truth.
Fox Soul Face Off
We are given the platform here with no fear.
always comes out swinging.
We should be saying, hey, stop shooting and killing people.
Nothing held back.
They wanted black hip-hop moguls and artists to continue the feud.
No punches pulled.
Shut the hell up. You interrupt me all the time.
Tune into the show where opinions collide. Fox Soul Face Off. New episodes weeknights at 9 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
I'm Isaiah Carey, here to shake things up with the stories that hit hard and matter most. Here on The Factor, we cover news with grit and authenticity. We challenge the status quo and get down to real talk and bold discussions. Join us as we amplify the voices that disrupt, inspire, and lead the charge for change. Your story is power, and we're here to unleash it.
The Isaiah Factor Uncensored. New episodes weeknights at 10 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
As we work to get through these times together, you may not be thinking about blood donation, but blood is needed to save the lives of people who are sick with a range of illnesses. It's easy and safe to give. If you are in good health, please donate. We need heroes now. Visit redcrossblood.org to schedule an appointment.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Welcome back. Hey. All right, now Gabrielle Union and her daughter Kavia, aka the Shady Baby. That's not the break baby, is it?
No, the Shady. No. Shady Baby was like Kavia was giving her looks, like she had a look that she could get.
That's their baby together.
Yeah. Because that would be a wild name. For, Anyway, so
you are messy.
They interviewed each other for People when Gabby asked her daughter if she had anything she wanted to ask her, and here's what she said.
And why do you always like wearing wigs?
Why do I always like wearing wigs?
All right. Triggered.
Because I like to switch it up. I like to switch up my look. Because sometimes I want to have short hair, and sometimes I want to have long hair, sometimes I want to have blonde hair. And with wigs, I can do all those different things and play all these different kind of characters. Why do you like to wear wigs?
So I can have long hair.
But you have long hair.
But not poofy long hair.
You do have poofy long hair and silky straight long hair and curly long hair. But you just like change, right?
Yes.
That's adorable.
Oh, that was a cute moment.
Yeah.
My mind is blown. So, in this video we just saw, that was not Gabrielle's hair.
That was a ponytail. So it was her real hair right here, but the ponytail, you know.
It's detachable?
Yes, she can take it off and put it on. But what I love about that clip is for the little black girls out there, how she was like pouring into her like, your hair is beautiful, it's long, it's curly, it can be whatever. Because I think that's what a lot of women do struggle with, is like loving their hair. So I thought it was gonna be shady. That wasn't a shady moment.
At all.
Yeah,
There was a moment where like she was looking at her kind of crazy in the thing, but kids will just look.
Yeah, she was being curious.
I don't know. I love it because that could be the kind of thing like clearly Gabrielle Union is very comfortable with that question, and that made it like a heartwarming moment between mom and daughter. You know, there might be somebody out there who's like, edit that out and doesn't want that part out. You know,
I love talking about my wig shit.
Yeah.
But if you didn't say that you had a wig, I would have had no idea.
Cause it gives scalp, honey. Lace is laid.
Oh wow.
Okay, I don't play.
It's witchcraft. All of it. All of it is witchcraft.
So, do you guys, has a kid ever asked you anything weird? I'll tell you what my nephew asked me about a week and a half ago.
What'd he say?
So I got two nephews. The oldest is 5 and a half. And he asked me, he goes, why don't you have a mom? And it took a minute. I do have a mother. My mom is still alive, but it took me a minute to realize what he was thinking was wife.
Oh!
Because that's how he conceptualizes, like his mom is a wife, my sister is his mother, and he's like, why don't you have one? I was like, oh, if you only knew.
That is so funny.
It's hard to come by a mom these days.
Right.
Little Bo.
I was telling my nephew a story one day. I was like, yeah, because you know, when me and your mom were little, he was like, Mommy was young? Like, he was so shocked that we were kids before. Like, he just had no idea. So, kids be shady. Kids be shady.
It come at you so fast. Like, you know, when my kid said, hey, what were the late 1900s? I was like, hey, F you. Then I started thinking about it. I was like, oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Hey.
Yeah, it was the late 1900s.
I was born in the 1900s, so it's all right. All right, Kanye is at it again, and this time he's calling out Kim and her momager, Kris Jenner. Ye is claiming that Kim wanted his wife, Bianca, to model for Skims. She allegedly reached out to Bianca after she left Kanye. In a now deleted tweet, Ye said they wanted to put my wife in Skims. Every good piece of good pee don't work for you, Kris.
Ooh.
Wow. Sassy.
I wonder how close she got. I bet that check was gonna be real good.
Yeah.
I would have done it if I was Bianca. Especially if you've already left him. Let's do it. And the marketing, I will say this, I cannot be mad at Kris or Kim. Marketing geniuses. And I think if Bianca wanted to continue her career after Kanye, she should have done it.
What was her career before Kanye?
Exactly.
Yeah. I think she was just kind of a model, right?
If you want to call it that.
Yeah.
She's like a staring contest winner.
Yeah.
You know?
And they say
I'm getting rumored that
Kanye and Bianca allegedly got back together.
Child, because rent due. She knows she could have got that Skims check and left.
It is about to be the first of the month.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think they're gonna make it long term though, because like she just looks too uncomfortable, like on that red carpet thing.
Oh my gosh.
It looked bad, and then they broke up.
Yeah, it's a little strange, but I think, to be honest, Kanye is going through some kind of psychosis right now. All the tweets have been all over the place. The cousin tweet, we can't talk about it, what he said. But it was crazy.
It was a bit much, and it's one of those things where you can't make this up because no one would just say that about themselves.
That's right. No one fabricates. No one's sitting around and is like, you know what's a crazy story?
Let me say this today. Oh, Lord.
Let me say this
And I wonder what the cousin is just like, damn. Damn, he's just sitting at home eating his cereal like on a Wednesday.
He's living his regular life.
Well, not so much because I think that cousin's in jail. But I heard the whole song.
I listened to the song.
Yeah, I didn't listen to the 30-second clip. I listened to the whole song. Like, he did what? Like,
might be getting more of the same in jail. Anyhow, moving on. DDG might be one of the hardest working streamers, but he's not doing it because he loves it. He's doing it because he has to. Check this out.
I have to make money. My bills are high. Did I tell you how much my bills is a month? My bills high. Like, if I don't work, I'm gonna go broke ASAP. Like, I have to work. I don't have a choice. You feel me? Like, it ain't about me trying to just pocket some money. I have multiple homes, multiple cars. I have family. I have a child. Like, I spend a lot of money.
Welcome to being an adult.
And now you got a baby and child support.
Yeah.
And that child support coming.
Oh, it's coming. Yeah.
I hope little Ariel gets all her checks. Period.
That's the baby name?
No,
that's the Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid.
HK's never seen the Little Mermaid.
No, I thought she named her Ariel because she was in the Little Mermaid. Oh.
It's a boy. Now, see, you
But
gotta
because
get your
Ariel
DDG
now it's
straight.
like slightly a man's name, like with a little extra thing on it.
Because DDG was stunting on the boy, brought him a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, right? And then he's like, I was just renting it.
And that's the family car.
Right? Well, that's the thing is he rented the car to stunt for social media. That's part of why your bills are so high.
Yes. I think that we need to understand that when you have fans or listeners or whoever's tuning in to you, they're tuning in to you because they enjoy you. You don't have to stunt for anybody. And I think the more money you make, the less bills you should create for yourself, especially in this industry. Because it be real, real hot and then it'll be a drought.
Yep.
DDG.
Especially if most of your money comes from the fact that you're a YouTuber. And
Right.
At any given moment, that algorithm can switch up
I'm
on
telling you.
and that you can go from making 6 figures to like 4.
Exactly.
In a month.
You know, he better order from Fashion Nova. That's where I got my dress from. And it looks just fine. I love me some Fashion Nova, child.
Get it? Get it?
Yeah.
You know, financial literacy should also be a thing that they should like throw out there in high school.
Agreed.
Certain things don't matter in a few years, like, you know.
Like taking home ec and learning how to cook an apple pie.
But
Okay,
that
well,
matters to me. I wish I knew how.
Like, the number of times I've had to use Pythagorean's theorem is this many. You know what I'm saying? Is that many? When have you had to calculate the circumference of a circle?
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Yo, my 12-year-old was like, yo, like I'm trying to solve for X, and like I wanted with my whole heart, be like, yo, in your real life, you never
gonna
do
do
that.
that.
But I still need him to pass.
Oh my
Let me teach you how
goodness.
credit cards work.
Right. You know, there's a lot of stuff that is more important. So financial literacy is important. So I hope DDG gets together for the sake of his child and his family.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing is he talked about homes and cars, and like I'm a big fan of like, yo, if you can buy multiple homes, do that. They're gonna appreciate. You can rent them out. You got things to do with them. Cars, on the other hand, those are gonna depreciate, and so like have them now, But
I have a friend who has cars and he rents them out. Like, rent them out. If you have nice cars and you in LA, people love to stunt in other people's cars. Rent them out.
And stop paying for people BBLs.
Oh, no, I don't agree with you on that. That's one thing you got to keep in that budget, DDG. Pay for them BBLs. The girls need to step outside.
So fun and games is
You got to
something we
keep
like.
that in the budget, baby. The girls got to get it together. We need the sponsors, okay?
BBL broke loan.
we gotta keep tricking alive, DDG. Okay?
That is the biggest, detriment to someone's financial status. Like,
It's not.
unnecessary
It's
tricking.
just like you create a budget for everything. Tricking needs to stay in the budget. I don't agree with you on that now.
How much percent of your monthly income should go to tricking?
Well, it depends on the woman's age. It depends on a lot of things and what she needs.
Does it go up or down as the woman gets older?
You know what? I feel it should go up because I like nicer things. Like, I'm 35, so I'm going to like more things than what a 21-year-old might need.
But you would imagine, like, the older some people get, the less later they're staying up, so you have to spend less money.
Oh, but I get up early.
Oh, damn, man. When the stores are good enough.
I got to go to brunch. We got to go to the mall. I like to get it started early. So keep it in the budget, DDG. Keep it in the budget.
All right, well, keeping it on you for a second, Lex. Folks know you from your podcast, Poor Minds, with your friend and co-host, Drea. How'd y'all come up with the name, and what do y'all talk about this week on the podcast as well?
Okay, so the podcast was originally called Wind Down Wednesday, but we changed it to Poor Minds because Wind Down Wednesday was so, generic. And the past episode that we just dropped, it was Drea's birthday.
Okay.
So we had talked about, we have like a bed topic where we get into like sex topics. We talked about like a lot of birthday topics, like, if you go to dinner for somebody's birthday, should they have to pay? If they picked the restaurant and it was really expensive, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Should birthday sex be different than, the sex you and your partner have on a regular? You know what I'm saying? So we kept it,
You can wear the party hat while you do it.
Yeah,
you both, Pareen.
I think it should be a little fun. We can spice it up. It's once a year. We can do something different.
And the podcast is popular because prior to meeting you, I feel like, we've covered you guys or something you guys have talked about on
I know we did.
I already know. It was the $50,000 remark. I already
refresh my memory.
Well, maybe it was because we've had a few clips that go viral, but basically we had a guest on the show. She was a dating coach, and she was kept saying like how much a man should spend when dating. And I said, okay, well, the average man, if he makes $50,000, what does dating look like for him? And she said, if you make $50,000, you shouldn't date.
That's right.
So it went crazy. It was everywhere. And I didn't even say it, and nor did I agree, but I was getting drugged in the mud. And they was like, look at her hat. Oh, that's her hat with her fake body. I was like, I didn't even say it. But it was a cool moment. I just rocked with the punches. But yeah, that was probably maybe what one of the clips was.
I definitely remember that one. And
yes.
I didn't think it was you.
Yeah. It wasn't you. It wasn't you at all. I remember it's definitely the other one.
But you were there in the picture, kind of like when they was in the Gettysburg thing with the
catch and trace. I'm just like, okay, if you mad, go get some more money.
Yo, the $50,000, but there's not much BBL budget in there. That's
it's not. Yeah. It's not.
One cheek per year.
They got layaway plans, loans. We can work something out, care credit.
All right, we're going to take a quick 2-minute break. When we come back, we got Photo Shoot Friday, Flick Pics, twinning, and so much more. We'll see you in 2.
Hey, it's your girl, Carolina Sanchez, and The Nightcap is the late-night show where no topic is off limits. Join me as we dive into the wild world of relationships, sex, and everything in between. From hilarious dating disasters to steamy secrets, we've got it all. We've got celebrity guests, expert advice, and a cocktail in hand. The Nightcap is your guilty pleasure. So grab your drink and tune in because the best stories start after dark.
The Nightcap. New episodes weeknights at 11 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. Not wondering anymore. Love, your mind.
I'm Isaiah Carey, here to shake things up with the stories that hit hard and matter most. Here on The Factor, we cover news with grit and authenticity. We challenge the status quo and get down to real talk and bold discussions. Join us as we amplify the voices that disrupt, inspire, and lead the charge for change. Your story is power, and we're here to unleash it.
The Isaiah Factor Uncensored. New episodes weeknights at 10 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Well, on Fox Face Off, we tell the raw, unadulterated truth.
Fox Soul Face Off.
We are given the platform here with no fear.
Always comes out swinging.
We should be saying, hey, stop shooting and killing people.
Nothing held back.
They wanted black hip-hop moguls and artists to continue the feud.
No punches pulled.
And shut the hell up.
You interrupt me all the time.
Tune into the show where opinions collide. Fox Soul Face Off. New episodes weeknights at 9 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Welcome back. Hey. Okay, so you guys might have seen this. Twin Aussie sisters, Bridget and Paula Powers, they've been taking twinning to a whole new level. During a recent interview that's gone viral, the twins recounted a carjacking incident, and this is how it went.
Well, we were in cleaning our birds, and we heard this big bang. We said, oh no, another car accident. So we drop everything. And we went running out the front. We seen Mum running out from the house up there, and then other cars were pulling up and checking to see if the person was okay. And one guy, he was up there with our mum, and he went up there and he was coming back down towards us, and he goes, "Run! He's got a gun."
I'm weak.
Have you seen that yet?
I did. I saw a little clip, but I was just scrolling past it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I don't believe it. It's not given that they really in sync at all.
I don't know what it is. It weirds me out just a little.
Just a little bit. Like it was almost like the twins from The Shining all grown up.
Because it looks like they're at an Australian trailer park, right? Did you pick up trailer
yeah.
park vibes?
Yeah.
Because my cousin's down in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
They're a different kind.
A little different, a little wild. Well, these twins sat down with Project TV to explain this talking in sync phenomenon, and as it turns out, they just as shocked as we are.
Speaking in unison is a thing that you do. How?
Yeah, that's right.
How does this happen?
Well, it just happens, and we don't know why. But we have tried to talk separately, but we're not ourselves. It's not us, and it's very hard. And yeah, and we don't care about the critics. We tell people if you can't stand listening to us, simply just switch off the TV.
Do not switch off the TV,
guys.
Do not.
Do not say that. It's like listening to your headphones when one side is loose.
Yeah.
And it's like one will be talking and then they try to catch up. That's why I'm not believing it, because they're not really in sync. It's like one person, it's like when you around somebody long enough, you can finish their sentence.
Yeah.
But it's not like y'all are thinking the same thought and literally saying it at the same time.
Yeah.
They wanted to go viral because rent do be due. So I get it.
Yeah, rents due down under.
You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever seen, our producer pulled this clip here. Have you ever seen Garth and Kat from Saturday Night Live? It's a whole comedy bit where they try to sing songs at the same time, but they're making up the lyrics as they go. Have you seen this?
I haven't seen it.
And you taught me how to read. And you taught me how to read. But you forgot one word, two words, one word. Conniption. Why didn't you tell me? Conniption.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I believe them more than I believe the twins.
They were a lot more in sync.
They were a lot more in sync.
It's a popular improv game that people do sometimes in improv classes where like the people in a circle will try to compete each other's sentence, and when they do get in sync, it's crazy.
Oh yeah.
But that's just weird.
It's weirding me out because I'm getting like shining twins on an Australian trailer park who definitely should have gone outside more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I would be more impressed if they were like in different rooms and they could do it and like have the same thought. Like if they asked them the same question and they gave an answer and they said the exact same thing verbatim, then I would be impressed.
They would be like human Wi-Fi hotspots kind of, like both words.
What happens when one of them starts dating somebody? You know, do you think which one's hotter, first off?
I would say the one on this side, because she has the bangs, a little more feathered. This one just got a little part down the middle.
Do you think
it's just parted to the side? This one was trying to be a little sexy with her bangs.
If one of them's in one room hooking up, do you think the other one's in the other room like, oh my God, you know, hi. That's a huge dingo.
I used to feel that way about you when you would see the conjoined twins.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, like you know.
And one would be in a relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy would just throw a little fitted sheet on top of the other when they part of the situation.
That was a whole messed up thing where it's like I'm happy. Everyone deserves love, but at the same time, that man.
You know he dead wrong.
Something's wrong with that man.
And it's so weird because it's like, what was the other twin doing? Well,
because I don't know what all is linked. Like, are you sensing the same pleasure as the other person?
These are good questions.
You know?
These are good questions.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Because when does the nerve ending stop?
Right, exactly.
There's so much.
That's the angry twin.
So many
who got no
inappropriate
pleasure
things.
center, you know?
Yeah.
If you're a twin and you're in the comments, let us know. How does this work?
And especially if you're conjoined.
If you're conjoined in the comments right now, both of you,
Please
get on
respond.
your keyboards.
Dare we say, please come on the show?
Please, yeah.
Anyway, it's Friday. So you know what time it is?
Photo Shoot Friday. Okie dokie. Kicking us off is This Is Us and Paradise star Sterling K. Brown, giving us the Gentleman's Playbook on the May issue of Ebony magazine. I love these video magazine covers they've been doing.
Yeah. Yo, kid is sharp.
My man aging great, right?
He looks amazing. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he looks good.
Got that denim note?
Yeah.
Wait, denim on denim on denim?
Yeah.
What do they call it?
The Canadian tuxedo.
Canadian tuxedo.
Yeah.
Yes, he looks good. He's very attractive. I see it for him. You know what it is? It's like he's kind of like a nerd, but it's sexy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I love him.
Sexy nerd.
Well, child, looks like Sterling K. Brown has some heavy competition. Vogue magazine dropped, and it's the Met Gala edition for May with 4 covers, and they are super fine and dandy. Check out race car driver Lewis Hamilton. Now that's a black king right there.
You let that man shift your gears?
You know, this has been my favorite segment all day. Let me just say that. Okay. I like Lewis, and you know, he's a barb. He was linked to Nicki Minaj way back in the day.
Oh, what?
You know, he used to date my queen, but yeah, he looks good. Very fine man.
Man, shout out to him, yo.
Yes.
Now, of course, Pharrell took an artistic approach with his Vogue cover, which is created by artist Henry Taylor.
Okay.
Okay.
What? Okay.
That's interesting.
It is.
I mean, I like it.
I would have liked to see him, though. You know, they be saying Pharrell a vampire because he don't age now.
Yeah.
I wanted to see that skin.
Got you. You see
Nice
how
and
well it's
close
holding up in 2025?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe the photo shoot was during the daytime and he was still in his coffin.
Oh, you right. So they had to. Okay, points were made.
Just
points
saying.
were made.
Just saying.
I like
Also, Rihanna's baby daddy, A$AP Rocky, not only beat the case, but he's killing it on his Vogue cover.
Y'all so
I've been telling
busy.
people green is the color for the year.
Okay, he looks amazing. A$AP Rocky has always been like a fashion person, go-to. The green looks amazing on him. I like it when guys take a chance with colors with their suits. So I'm here for it. Very attractive.
Yeah.
Oh, this is cute. It's giving with that hand on the hip.
Yo.
Come on, bow.
Everything about this photo's dope. Oh, wait, little Cruella de Vil there?
Yes, I love it.
The hand on the hip gives a little sass.
But you can tell it's the Rihanna. The Rihanna is just bleeding onto him. I love it. He looks amazing. I think the sass is okay, though. Men need to be okay to give a little sass.
Oh, a little sass?
Because it doesn't mean that you're, you know, gay or anything.
Okay.
You know, he has a relationship, beautiful children. It's okay to be a little sassy sometimes.
Now, how you feel about men who frolic?
Frolic, you can frolic.
Wait,
you done frolic before on this stage.
I don't think I frolicked on the stage before.
It's okay to frolic, though. You can frolic.
Wait, can a man just frolic by himself in the middle of the day?
Yes, absolutely. You can smell the sunflowers and frolic. It has nothing to do with what you like in the bedroom. It's okay, man. It's okay to be a little sassy sometimes.
I wish some woman would notice me frolicking.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what? That's the joy. Y'all need to frolic. I'm telling you, y'all would feel better. Go home and frolic and tell me how y'all feel.
I don't know. I don't feel comfortable.
You should frolic.
I don't feel comfortable.
You got to do it until you weren't comfortable
What
in
if
front
you
of the
got hurt
cameras.
frolicking?
See, you don't tell people you was frolicking. Tell them you was doing that. Tell them you was in the gym.
Deadlift.
Like, oh boy. Tell them you was in the gym. Don't tell them you was frolicking.
Frolicking at the gym.
It's been a long time since we had a frolic injury in here.
Right. Okay, last but certainly not least is Mr. Superfine himself. Ooh, the color purple star, Coleman Domingo. Ooh.
He's one of those people who has the confidence to pull off whatever outfit he wants. Today he is Captain Crunch, and this one he is a pimp from the 70s.
I love it.
On the side. And it all works.
It all works.
That first one was given like Matador just a little bit.
Love
you know
it.
what I'm saying? They wear the jacket and they had the hat and stuff.
He's another guy with his style. He takes a risk. He's always moisturized.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes, a lot of times, men, y'all be ashy a little bit. You know, even though you white, you can get ashy too now. So he be moisturized and looking good. I love it.
I feel like he's in touch enough with his feminine side to make sure he's properly moisturized.
Yes, but you know, he's a part of the community.
That's why.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like they're gonna care a little bit more than the average guy. We're just gonna moisturize
You be greasing up?
the
Let me
parts,
see your hands.
just the
Let me
parts
see.
you can see.
Okay,
I did okay, a little bit, but I didn't get the elbows.
No, here's the thing, Lex P.
Let me see the elbows.
Elbows might have like I've been leaning in chalk.
Okay,
because
it's a little, we can work on it. I got you. I got a little Earl in my bag.
I appreciate you, man. Teamwork, baby. Yeah, man. Big shout out to Coleman Domingo and everybody, man, who pulled it off.
Amazing.
But who do you feel like had the best photo shoot overall?
Who are all the names? I always forget all the names. We had Coleman Domingo, we had A$AP Rocky,
Lewis Hamilton,
we had Lewis Hamilton,
Sterling K. Brown.
I like Sterling K. Brown's shoot the most. He showed us the most different looks, I think.
You know, I'm gonna agree. I do like the Canadian tuxedo, but I also like A$AP Rocky with the dogs and the pop tip. You know what I'm saying? With the frolicking. We gon' I like it. I like it. That's gonna have my
That
vote.
looks like that photo where like they maybe they told him like, hold up, we got to change the batteries or whatever, and then they grabbed a couple more photos, and he was just like, man.
Yes.
Again.
Yeah, again.
Yo, I gotta run it up for Coleman Domingo because I like the fact that you can never figure out where to buy his outfits from.
That's true.
You don't know what store that came from.
Yeah.
It could have came from the Salvation Army.
Could have.
You know, it's giving a little colonel.
Or a dead general from
You know what
the
I'm saying?
1700s.
Yes, I
Dug
like
him up
it.
from the old South.
Okay.
Like Tanner, out of all the actual poses that were displayed there, which one do you feel like you could like most confidently pull off?
Listen, I don't mind a little sass from time to time. I'll throw a hand on the hip and hold some dogs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's you frolicking. You can do that one on the couch.
Oh, that's not a frolic.
That's a little calm frolic. He just got finished frolic and he laid down.
So he's catching a breath
Yes, he's catching
after
a breath.
45-second frolic.
Yes.
It's a frolic recharge.
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, now, glad to know we can just frolic wherever we want. All right. Keeping that same Friday energy, we got some flick picks for you if you're headed to the theaters this weekend.
Yep. So even though Sinners came out last weekend, it's still going strong at the box office. I was at a theater yesterday, and I thought a bunch of people were there for a screening. They were all there to see Sinners. They are really invested in this movie. Here's a clip if you don't know what's going on.
Hey there. We heard tale of a party. You did? You wouldn't mind us coming in now, would you? We hungry as dogs.
Woof, woof.
You fellers must be the owners of this establishment.
That's right.
And you are? We just came here to play. Here, I'll show you. I picked poor Robin clean. Picked poor Robin clean. I picked his head, I picked his feet. I would have picked his body, but it wasn't fit to eat. Let's go now.
Oh, they invite him in, don't they? This is a mistake.
We gonna kill every last one of you.
Ooh. I've seen it already.
Yeah, I saw it twice.
Oh, it's so good.
So, yo, every time Michael B. Jordan handed a cigarette to himself, it was such a cinematic
How do they
flex.
do that?
Oh my
It was
gosh.
because they did shots that they didn't have to do. You could have cut
Right.
away at certain times.
Yes.
It was so well executed, and there's a reason why
Amazing.
people are seeing this movie over and over again.
It was
get
really,
it in
really
this
good.
weekend.
Dropping the weekend is the follow-up to the 2016 thriller, The Accountant. The Accountant 2 stars Ben Affleck, John Bernthal, J.K. Simmons, and more. Check this out.
Okay. Okay, that looked like it hurt.
I saw the first Accountant. I mean, I liked it. I'm a little surprised it's getting a sequel because Ben Affleck sort of plays a guy who's like kind of quiet, kind of reserved.
Yes.
Maybe on the spectrum a little bit.
Yes, that's
you
what I
know?
was
Yeah.
thinking too.
But the action was pretty hard body
action
in the
was good.
original.
Yeah.
And it's dope that they dropped The Accountant too, just around time for like when taxes are
Tax
due.
season.
Right,
right?
and see,
Yeah.
he did use his math. Remember you were talking about the Pythagorean theorem?
Oh, that's right.
See,
That's
he was
right.
using it.
There we go.
But listen, man, we got to bounce the break. But coming up next, some people you may know may have the same birthday as some of y'all out there. We'll tell you who that is in 2 minutes.
Hey, besties!
What is a bestie?
I like you.
She's fun.
It's about to be a good time.
She's always looking out for you.
Since you're my bestie, I will handle it for you.
She makes you think.
Here to uplift and empower.
She's always encouraging.
You are that girl.
Chelsea Edwards, your bestie in daytime.
Like it's a spiritual moment.
Chatting with Chelsea. New episodes weekdays at 5:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's put a ride home.
I'm Isaiah Carey, here to shake things up with the stories that hit hard and matter most. Here on The Factor, we cover news with grit and authenticity. We challenge the status quo and get down to real talk and bold discussions. Join us as we amplify the voices that disrupt, inspire, and lead the charge for change. Your story is power, and we're here to unleash it.
The Isaiah Factor Uncensored. New episodes weeknights at 10 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
I was a quarterback at Hardaway High School. College first-round draft pick. During the football season, I would stop eating. But I didn't know I was depressed. We didn't have any education behind what mental health was. I started to learn it starts here first. If this is together, I'll be better as a father and as a husband. We have to redefine what being a strong man is and heal, love your mind.
Welcome back. If you were celebrating a birthday today, I want you to say hello to my little friend. Acting legend Al Pacino turns 85 years young today.
Oh, he's so cute. The beautiful Gina Torres, best known for her role in the show Suits, turned 56. She looks amazing.
Right. Viscount Bridgerton, a.k.a. Jonathan Bailey, is 37 today.
And NBA Hall of Famer and San Antonio Spurs legend Tim Duncan turns 49, and he looks surprised still.
Oh, and when you hear it's a Jazzy Fizzle production shizzle, you already know what time it is. Hitmixer's Jazzy Fa celebrates 51.
Yo, man, shout out to Jazzy Faye. Shout out to everybody. Good grief, man. This is a stellar collection of humans. Who you rocking with?
Al Pacino. Like, you know, he's a legend. But I'm going to say Gina Torres, too, because 56, she looks good.
She looks real good at 56.
Yes.
I wanted to give it to Pacino, but since you gave it to Pacino, I'm going to give it up for Tim Duncan. Okay. Like, that man occupied an interesting era. He was like the nicest guy in the NBA for a long time.
Quiet.
He occupied Eva Longoria.
Oh.
No, that was Tim Parker.
Tony Parker.
Tony Parker.
See, you got to get your mess right now.
I get my light skin dudes together. I focus that ball.
Tony Parker was like French, right? He was like French.
Yes.
He was French mixed. Tim Duncan was regular.
Yeah. Original recipe.
Regular. He's just American.
I believe they tell us we got to go to break.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we got 2 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to give the cake to, I guess, I'm running up for Jazzy Faye.
Yeah, because he was the one that he helped, because Jazzy Fizzle product shizzle, Sierra. So he helped with the man in the beginning with the weights, you know, when he did his Sierra movie.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
He helped him out there.
Full circle moment.
And he back out here still cooking up. I just saw him recently. He's producing for an artist who's like on the verge of making a comeback, so that's a dope thing to see. And every time I run into him in the streets, he always looks happy.
He does. He always be outside. It was some Rose Gold. I think that's the club that I've seen him at a few times. So shout out to Jazzy Faye.
Hey, Lex, speaking of birthdays, what has been either your favorite birthday party that you've had or the favorite birthday party that you've gone to?
So many. Honestly, last year for my birthday, the year before last, I went to Ibiza.
Oh, nice.
And I had the time of my life. It was just so much fun. Turn up. I'm like a trip person. I love to travel. And the best birthday that I've been to, honestly, I'm gonna say this week, shout out to my co-host, Dre Nicole. Her birthday celebration was kind of like our premiere party for the Travel Queen show that we have on BET Her. So we got to turn up and celebrate. We went to R&B nights and we had a good time. So yeah, shout out to my girl. Happy birthday.
Man, you better celebrate life and do everything under the sun.
Yeah.
Love that for you, yo. Well, listen, you know, traveling as much as you do, you've probably seen some wild things happen in the streets, right?
Oh, my goodness.
I bet you have.
How comfortable are you with racial profiling and crime solving?
You know what? I'm very comfortable because I racial profile myself.
Oh.
They give it to me and I give it right back.
All right.
So, yes.
Well, we're going to play everybody's favorite game.
Whose cousin is it?
2 minutes.
Ooh.
Well, on Fox Face Off, we tell the raw, unadulterated truth.
Fox Soul Face Off
We are given the platform here with no fear.
always comes out swinging.
We should be saying, hey, stop shooting and killing people.
Nothing held back.
They wanted black hip-hop moguls and artists to continue the feud.
No punches pulled.
And shut the hell up. You interrupt me all the time.
Tune into the show where opinions collide. Fox Soul Face Off. New episodes weeknights at 9 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. Not wondering anymore. Love, your mind.
Hey, it's your girl, Carolina Sanchez, and The Nightcap is the late night show where no topic is off limits. Join me as we dive into the wild world of relationships, sex, and everything in between. From hilarious dating disasters to steamy secrets, you know we've got it all. We've got celebrity guests, expert advice, and a cocktail in hand. The Nightcap is your guilty pleasure. So grab your drink and tune in because the best stories start after dark.
The Nightcap. New episodes weeknights at 11 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
As we work to get through these times together, you may not be thinking about blood donation, but blood is needed to save the lives of people who are sick with a range of illnesses. It's easy and safe to give. If you are in good health, please donate. We need heroes now. Visit redcrossblood.org to schedule an appointment.
Welcome back. Yo. All right, it's time for everybody's favorite game. Whose cousin is it? Okay, all right, here we go. So, Lex, here comes the hints.
Okay.
A Florida man, hint number one, with a very interesting last name, has had it with bad customer service. The man called out Subway employees for their bad attitudes, and that escalated faster than you can say $5 foot long.
After exchanging a few choice words with the savage Subway staff, the man jumped over the counter and pulled out a knife.
Yo.
But guess that the turkey meat wasn't the only thing he wanted sliced.
Oh, hello. The Slice Happy Sandwich assailant was eventually calmed down by his homie, and the two left, but not so fast. The sassy Subway staffers called the cops, and after checking the security cam, Mr. Footlong Fury was thrown in the... You like that, Mr. Footlong? Do you know Mr. Footlong Fury?
I know. I used to date a Footlong Fury myself.
Mr. Footlong Fury was thrown in the slammer and hit with 2 counts of aggravated assault, burglary with assault, and battery. Okay, whose cousin do we think this is?
Right.
Now, Lex, what you don't know is I have a rule, and it's when I hear the F word, I always think it's one of my cousins.
Okay.
The F word is Florida.
Florida, okay. I'm not gonna lie. The reason I'm saying it's one of your cousins is because I just don't see a black man fighting over Subway and turkey meat.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe if it was a wing spot, if it was Popeyes.
If it was in a bodega.
You know what I'm saying? But and then the knife threw me off, you know, because we usually keep that other thing on.
That,
you know, that pew pew.
That blinky.
You know what I'm saying?
That pop, pop, yeah.
The turkey meat, Subway, I'm gonna say a white.
Okay.
A white.
You know, I'm gonna go with our cousin.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Because sometimes, you know, like workers will go there on their lunch break because, you know, the economy's bad and they want to get the cheap sandwiches.
Okay.
And sometimes when they mess up your order and you want a fixed income, it can make you very angry and make you want to pull out any weapon or
Anything
cutlery you could find.
Yeah.
So he was big mad that he didn't have it his way.
Okay.
So I am our cousin. What say y'all in the chat? Sorry for abandoning y'all this episode, but we know you're there.
Subway. That's the other thing is like, who's getting mad at a Subway? In a Subway. Subway's got a wide customer base. Like a lot of folks do eat at Subway.
If this was Blimpies, it would have been unapologetically us because we're the only ones who eat there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever had Blimpies before.
I don't know that I've been.
I'm not gonna lie, like,
It's kind of
I
territorial.
do like a Subway cookie though. You know what I'm saying?
they're great.
Oh, that's a stabbable offense.
Okay.
You know,
What you mean you're out of macadamia?
We got 2 for the Caucasian delegation, 1 for HK's cousin.
You know how we do it this time? 3, 2, 1.
Move that van.
Yeah!
Wait,
his last name is Cocaine? Period. And
No, it's not.
I knew it.
Yo, that can't be
He
real.
looked like he got a sandwich in his pocket right
That's almost like
now.
his name is Edward White.
Dude, that guy's last name cannot be Cocaine.
Perfect.
Mr. and Mrs. Cocaine?
Love it.
I've never went to school with a cocaine.
I haven't, but you know, he looked like
Professor Cocaine?
Yeah. Dr. Cocaine.
Dr. Cocaine. So nice
Officer
to see you.
Cocaine.
Officer Cocaine. Clearly.
Sergeant Cocaine of the Florida Police Department. Well, this was a fun run.
Yeah.
Yo, if people want to tap in with you, man, find out more about the podcast and your travel show, where can they go?
Yes, so you can catch Travel Queens every Wednesday on BET Her at 8/7 Central. You can watch Love Lex P every Monday morning at 10 a.m. That's on YouTube. And you can catch Poor Minds every Friday at 7 p.m. available where you find all your podcasts.
Well, there it is. Well, thank you so much for rocking with us. Be sure you like, subscribe,
Thanks
share.
for coming out.
We'll follow her.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
And we'll follow you home.
All right, guys. We'll see you later. Bye.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Scrolling with your girls, Jen and V. We are your hosts, Jen and V. How's it going, work wifey?
It's going good, baby. You know, we here, we doing our thing, we scrolling.
Yeah.
We letting the people do what they do, and they should be doing it with us, and that's what? Scrolling.
Hey, period.
Come on,
and we
Scroll
gonna toast
Club.
to that.
We
And
gonna
speaking of toasting, we got
to
our
that.
bevy ready for the
Yes,
night.
we
Okay,
do.
we got a chopped and screwed. Shout out
Ooh.
to H-Town. What up, H-Town?
let's go.
Make sure you guys head to our social media and watch how we make this chopped and screwed. It is delicioso, okay? So y'all ready to get into the show?
I know I am. I know I am. I'm ready to get in
Let's
this
go.
thing.
So we're gonna start off with our favorite. This is our favorite. This is our favorite one, Jen. You ready?
It is.
The